Hi guys, this is Merv, Bonsai with Merv. We had a question just recently about growing a bonsai, buying a plant and putting it in the ground and allowing it to thicken out, okay? Now, Joseph, you did show me a picture of what you did. There are other possibilities of doing things like that. Now, if you're looking behind me, you will notice some very tall plants, and even here in front of me is a bald cypress, and these are loropetalums, and these are junipers. Now, what I have done is I have rested the pot on the ground, and they've been sitting here for about 2 years, and they've been rooting through the pot into the ground, but I've kept them in the pot so that I can still control the root system. And believe it or not, these were maybe 2 and 3 footers. I mean, there's loropetalums behind you that are 5 and 6 footers were really around 2 feet tall, okay? Now, if you come around this way, I can give you a view of what's actually happening. Here is a bald cypress that was around 3 feet tall, but you see the thickness, and that's because this has rooted so well. It's incredible. And knowing this plant in the early spring or right before winter stops, I know that I can cut this off because I've got a big trunk already. I can lean this over, I can slice off the roots because now I've eliminated all of that growth. I can eliminate 70 to 80% of the roots, work that, repot it, and then start working with my bonsai. Okay? This is a perfect method instead of sticking it in the ground, but sticking it in the ground is a way of doing it too. And whilst we're at it, let me move you around to this direction. Here is a juniper that's growing in a 3-gallon container. And I mean, look at the thickness of this trunk. And that's because it has just rooted in the ground. Oops. It has rooted in the ground, like I was saying. Well, interruptions, but look at the size of that trunk. Now, next year, fall, late fall, this year, late fall, early spring, I can cut this, bring a couple of branches out, look for an apex, and start working on a gorgeous bonsai. I mean, you could see how these plants have rooted in the ground and have taken off. 90% of them was, oh, see, they're all rooting already, which is beautiful. You know, I'm not complaining. 90% of them was this thick, or maybe a little bit thicker 2 years ago. And now we're looking at something like that after 2 years of them rooting through the pot and stabilizing and just growing like just going bananas, okay?